Today on Public Eye News, COVID cases are still on the rise in Houghton, and 2 people were arrested in a crystal meth distribution investigation.
Later, Brady Hinshaw will have your weather, and Max Stevens will have your sports update. Hi, I'm Jillian Wormlinger.
And I'm Nate Jacobs, and this is Public Eye News. As COVID-19 cases are mounting in Houghton County, Finlandia University has suspended in-person classes and moved entirely online for the coming week. Finlandia will be assessing their position on a weekly basis to determine future outcomes. Along with classes, the university has also suspended all their team practices and their strength and conditioning programs. Any students leaving the area may be subjected to submit negative test results before returning to campus. The student dining facilities, as well as the student services department, will still remain open during this time. The Unlock Michigan group, who are trying to limit Governor Whitmer's emergency powers, is under scrutiny after a video leaked online. Michigan State Attorney General Dana Nessel is investigating the group after a video surfaced of trainers urging members to lie while under oath. The video also shows the petition group making plans to organize in parking lots, which is an illegal tactic. In another part of the video, the trainers are giving advice on how to talk to police if they are approached. Unlock Michigan is trying to remove the governor's powers, forcing a pass through the legislature before any new orders are cleared.
2 people were arrested in a crystal meth distribution investigation. It was a 2-month investigation by Upper Peninsula Substance Enforcement Team detectives involving the purchasing of methamphetamine. A search warrant was executed at a home on 6th Avenue in Tri-Mountain on Friday. The 2 suspects, 36-year-old Jeremy Brusso and 34-year-old Christine Brusso, were taken to the Houghton County Jail. They are being charged with delivery and manufacture of methamphetamine. Jeremy Brusso pleaded guilty with the intent to distribute 50 grams or more of methamphetamine. His sentence date is set for November 9th. And around 8 p.m. on Monday, Michigan State police officers were called to a camp on Lake Michigamme. Melanie McKelvey, a 41-year-old woman from St. Louis, Missouri, was reportedly last seen leaving a cabin on the southwestern shores of Lake Michigamme in a red kayak. The Marquette County Sheriff's Office and Michigan DNR conservation officers searched the water by boat. An update was sent out from the Michigan State Police that the missing kayaker returned to her camp on her own at 9 a.m. and is in good health.
The city of Marquette is revamping their recycling policies as they are moving to a single-stream recycling process. Instead of separating their recycling into their respective components, you will now be able to recycle all materials at once. The city has moved to the new single-stream recycling to increase convenience and hopefully encourage more of the community to recycle. There may be a difference in procedures depending on your location, so for more information, visit recycle906.com. Donald Devin Moore, a 33-year-old from K.I. Sawyer, has been arrested on felony assault charges last week. A warrant was put out for Moore after an incident involving him pulling a handgun and striking a woman on the head earlier in July. A tip was given to the Forsyth Township indicating that Moore may have been at his home in K.I. Sawyer. Moore was arrested without incident and booked in Marquette County Jail. And after this break, we'll be back with your national and international news.
Taking the stage. It's time for these 2 candidates to meet.
If you can't beat him in a debate, you got a big problem.
Who has what it takes to lead us through these tough times?
We're in the battle for the soul of the nation.
How will the candidates handle their first one-on-one? A PBS NewsHour Vote 2020 election special, the first presidential debate.
Tonight at 9 on WNMU-TV.
And welcome back. France's environment minister announced a gradual ban on using wild animals in traveling circuses, keeping dolphins and killer whales in captivity in marine parks, and on raising mink on fur farms. In a news conference on Tuesday, Barbara Pompili, Minister of Ecological Transition, announced that bears, tigers, lions, elephants, and other wild animals won't be allowed anymore in traveling circuses. In addition, starting immediately, France's 3 marine parks won't be able to bring in nor breed dolphins and killer whales. Pompili has not yet set a precise date for the ban, but she says the process should start as soon as possible. And a new wildfire outbreak in Northern California has turned deadly. At least 3 people were killed in the Zog fire, burning about 150 miles north of Sacramento. Nearly 70,000 people have been told to leave their homes north of San Francisco. Jonathan Vigliotti reports from Santa Rosa, California.
The glass incident fire tore through Napa and Sonoma counties Monday, consuming a decades-old winery and a popular bed and breakfast. It damaged the grounds at the elite Meadowood Resort while leaving entire neighborhoods in ruins. Evacuees say they had little time to outrun the flames as it grew to tens of thousands of acres.
A lot of explosions, flames everywhere.
As you were escaping?
Yes.
The conditions here are so dry, it is like a tinderbox, and these flames are getting dangerously close to neighborhoods.
The fire forced members of this retirement community, home to more than 4,500 seniors, to evacuate. It covered cars with ash and turned the skies above Sonoma County red as the smoke blocked the sun.
Another beautiful day in the Napa Valley, just unbelievable.
So far this year, California has seen more than 8,000 wildfires, destroying more than 7,000 buildings, scorching nearly 5,800 square miles. That's the size of almost 3 million football fields. 29 people have died. 3 of those deaths came Monday as the Zog fire, some 300 miles to the north, grew to 15,000 acres.
Jonathan Vigliotti, CBS News, Santa Rosa, California.
Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron has been working with the judges to release the court proceedings of the Breonna Taylor case to the public. In a statement Monday night, Cameron claimed he never considered asking the jury to consider homicide charges and only ever recommended wanton endangerment. The tapes are scheduled to be released tomorrow night, hoping to inform the public if there were any other criminal charges considered in the case. Officer Brett Hangeson, the officer involved, pleaded not guilty to 3 counts of wanton endangerment in the Breonna Taylor case. President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden go head-to-head tonight for the first time. The 90-minute debate in Cleveland will be somewhat different this year because of the pandemic. Laura Podesta reports from Cleveland.
Anticipation is building for tonight's presidential debate in Cleveland.
I am looking very forward to the debate.
I'm prepared to go out and make my case as to why I think he's failed.
The 90-minute debate is divided into 6 15-minute segments focusing on the coronavirus, the economy, race and violence in the U.S., the Biden and Trump records, the integrity of the elections, and the Supreme Court.
Joe Biden's got to keep this a referendum on Donald Trump. He cannot get bogged down in checking every fact, otherwise he's never going to talk about what he wants to say.
Donald Trump is the Mike Tyson of debaters. He's not going to come in and fight in a normal way that you can plan for. He's going to come in and bite your ear off.
With more than 1 million votes already cast and national polls showing very little movement, political experts say tonight's debate is less about swaying undecided voters and more about encouraging supporter turnout.
I think it's unlikely that any voter will change his or her mind in the course of the debate. Both candidates will be speaking to their constituencies to make sure that they are confirmed and solid and ready to go.
And because of the coronavirus, the audience will be limited and the candidates won't shake hands. Laura Podesta, CBS News, Cleveland.
And stay tuned. After this break, we'll have your weather and sports.
This is Hacking Your Mind. We'll discover remarkable new tools for keeping a diverse democracy healthy. From new ways to overcome our biases, to new strategies for uniting us so we can together tackle the greatest problems we face, we'll find out why it may be the most important scientific revolution of the 21st century.
Wednesday night at 10 on WNMU-TV.
And welcome back. I am your weatherman, Brady Hinshaw, and behind me on this NMU campus, as you can tell, just like the weekend, it's still rainy and still cloudy. But looking at our current conditions, we have cloudy skies with a temperature of 55 degrees, winds out the west, northwest at 9 miles an hour, and barometric pressure of 29.66 and falling. Looking at tonight, we have rain in the skies with a low of 46. Winds out the west, southwest at 6 miles an hour. Looking towards tomorrow, We have rain at a high of 54, winds out the northwest at 18 miles an hour. Looking at the beautiful UP, it is covered in clouds with 57 in Sault Ste. Marie, 56 in Manistee, 57 in Escanaba, 55 in Menominee, 56 in Iron Mountain. Looking at the fully western half, we have 51 in Ironwood, 54 in Houghton, and 55 in beautiful Marquette. Looking ahead, we have Thursday, a high of 46 and a low of 37 with rain. Friday, a high of 44 and a low of 36 with cloudy skies. Saturday, a high of 50 with a low of 41 and cloudy. And on to the ice with Max Stevens.
Thanks so much, Brady. After almost 2 months of playing in the bubbles of Edmonton and Toronto, the dust has settled and the Tampa Bay Lightning have been crowned Stanley Cup champions after defeating the Dallas Stars in 6 games. After dropping Game 1, the Lightning came storming back to win the next 3 games and take a 3-1 series lead. The Stars took Game 5 into double overtime to extend the series, but ran out of gas in Game 6 as the Lightning won the Cup with a 2-0 victory. En route to their second Stanley Cup in franchise history, the Lightning had to go through the Columbus Blue Jackets in the first round, the Boston Bruins in the second, and the New York Islanders in the conference finals. They also had to do it all without team captain Steven Stamkos, who was limited to just 5 shifts in Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Finals, as he recovered from setbacks after a core muscle surgery. Lightning defenseman Victor Hedman took home the Conn Smythe Trophy as the playoffs MVP. And in a clash of superstar quarterbacks on Monday Night Football, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs handily defeated Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens 34-20. The Chiefs improved to 3-0 with the win and did an impressive job limiting Lamar Jackson offensively. The reigning league MVP was held to only 97 yards passing to go along with 82 yards on the ground. The Ravens offense as a whole mustered only 13 points, with their other 7 coming off a Devin Duvernay kick return touchdown. For Pat Mahomes and the electric Kansas City offense, it was business as usual. Mahomes lit up Baltimore's defense for 385 yards and 4 touchdowns, with Mahomes also rushing for a 5th touchdown. With the win, the Chiefs have firmly cemented themselves as the team to beat in the AFC. They're at home for a matchup with the Patriots this Sunday, while the Ravens will hit the road to take on the Washington football team. And today begins the expanded 16-team MLB playoffs in order to conclude the shortened 60-game regular season. The first-round playoff matchups are as follows. In the American League, the top-seeded Tampa Bay Rays take on the Toronto Blue Jays. The Cleveland Indians will battle the New York Yankees. The Minnesota Twins face the Houston Astros, and the Oakland Athletics go against the Chicago White Sox. In the National League, the top-seeded LA Dodgers go to work against the Milwaukee Brewers. The San Diego Padres face the St. Louis Cardinals. The Chicago Cubs battle with the Miami Marlins, and the Atlanta Braves take on the Cincinnati Reds. A pair of first-round games are already underway today. In the middle of the 5th, it's the Minnesota Twins up 1-0 on the Houston Astros, while the Chicago White Sox have a 3-0 lead in the top of the 4th over the Oakland Athletics. 2 more first-round games are scheduled for today. Toronto and Tampa Bay have a 5:07 series first pitch, while the Yankees and Indians get their first-round series underway tonight at 7:08. Well, Jillian, despite all the craziness in the world today, it is still fall. We still have baseball, and we still have other fall festivities.
Right you are, Max. It's the perfect time to grow pumpkins. The Utah Giant Pumpkin Growers has recorded 8 pumpkins in Utah this year, weighing over 1,000 pounds, setting a state record. The first place pumpkin at the 16th annual UGPG Thanksgiving Point Weigh-Off on Saturday weighed 1,825 pounds. The hefty gourd was grown by local farmer Mohammed Sadiq. It was the largest pumpkin to be grown outside of a greenhouse and the 2nd largest pumpkin ever grown in the state, according to event organizers. And with that, that's all the time we have for you today on Public Eye News. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.